Dr. Harrison, Intermountain's evolving mission has expanded from a focus on acute care to more prevention and wellness, whole person health, if you will. Talk about that strategy and what you have in your mind moving forward.
Well, we realized that we were really in two different businesses. So we were in the keeping people well business, and we were in the taking care of people when they were sick businesses. And that the really interesting thing is, we spend about 90% of our healthcare resources on the 10% of stuff that actually makes a difference, which is hospitals and clinics. But really, the vast majority of our wellness is associated with our behaviors and the environment that we live in, the kind of food that we eat, the kind of exercise that we take, and to some extent our genes, which I'm working on changing mine, but I haven't figured that out yet. But and so we decided we would actually fully address and embrace that, because now about 40% of our business is associated with really trying to keep people well. It makes both economic as well as moral sense to work on this for us. So we did something that's really hard. We took this beautiful system that has a storied history and a reputation that it's earned, and we said, we're breaking it up. So we took our 4 regions, which were fantastic, and that had 4 different competing executive teams and redundant cost structures, and we got rid of it. Did that last December. And then we said, we're going to take our keeping people well business, our primary care, and actually begin to incentivize people to truly keep people well. And boy, this has been hard, but we're starting to see the benefits as we're talking to people. We're seeing better experience, better safety, more cost effectiveness.
Hard meaning pushback from inside?
Actually, almost all of the pushback is from inside. So you can imagine, and I likened this to when I moved to the UAE to start Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi. The society as a whole could see that we needed it, but the people who were providing healthcare already were not very happy about it. And so we had these 37,000 spectacular human beings who were doing exactly what they had been asked to do and doing it very well, but it didn't position us for the future. And so we had to change their lives around in pretty profound ways. And it caused a lot of disruption and a lot of hard feelings at times. Happily, I think things are settling, and as we pulse our caregivers, we can see that that they're settling down and they're really getting on board. On top of this, I mentioned cost structure. We partnered, we took 2,700 of our caregivers and we partnered them to another company, outsourced them. And this is in an environment where there was an unspoken rule that if we hired you, you were hired for life. And and what I ended up saying to people is, my heart breaks for the 2,700 people, and everyone kept their jobs, right? In this whole reorganization, 69 people out of 39,000 lost their jobs. But for those 2,700 people who had to move, they were sad and they were angry. But I said, I have to balance that with the 8 million times a year we touch other human beings, and we know their health care is not of high enough quality and not affordable enough. And if you can figure that out better than I can, then I'm all ears.
I just feel like I want to applaud that. That's
well,
really
there are a lot of people who really didn't like this at all. they did things other than applaud with their hands, Javier.